Sheesh. Whew.
Need to get Rhino.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Alter Ego Podcast. I'm your host, Jack Austin. With me, as always, is Mr. Ryan.
How's it going?
How you doing, buddy? Rhino's with us here in the Great White North.
Am I the only one who feels like this movie makes me want to run through a brick wall?
I mean, no, I love this song. I wrote it myself. Nello, how you doing, buddy?
Another day, another dollar.
I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Hey, guess what? Let's get right down to it, shall we? Started in the music so abruptly, but the actors' strike is over. The actors got what they feel they deserve. They're back to work. So everything that we want to watch in the movies is back and running.
Hold on. So what were these terms? Do we find these out?
I don't know the terms of it. I'm sure it's very, very leveled and you know, it's very complex because you have every level of actors, from the same motherfuckers you see in every single commercial to the big Hollywood actors who aren't affected by this because they're still.
I could tell you this: when it comes to striking in a union, from what I've experienced and seen in my profession, it usually comes down to guys getting to a point where they can no longer continue to strike, and they don't get everything that they wanted.
Sure.
They always compromise.
Well,
always compromise.
The lower 70% are going to suffer severely.
Yes, big time. So a lot of those guys are out of work, and they're like, "Hey, guys, listen, they're giving us like half of the things we're asking for. Let's just sign it."
I'm sure the AI thing did weigh heavily in the decision.
That's the only thing I care about. I don't care about how much they're making.
And I bet you that's one of the main sticking points that they were like, okay, we won't do it. We're done. For now.
For now, until we figure out.
That's what it is. That's what it is.
Yeah.
Let's get into gaming. Big franchise. Grand Theft Auto 6 has been announced. Any big fans of the old GTA? They're going to be jumping on the MMO.
I'm out.
I will probably be playing this one this time around.
I will definitely be playing this.
The last one looked like a lot of fun. I just got into it too late. But when my boys were on it heavy, bro, that shit looked like a blast. Like,
really?
Yeah. Driving around.
Listen, I'll be completely honest with you.
Motorcycle gang.
This is something that's really not talked about in the Grand Theft Auto community, but the story is actually awesome.
Yeah.
Like the GTA 5 storyline was incredible.
Are they bringing back Carl from San Andreas?
I don't know.
That was a good one.
Hey, CJ.
Hey, CJ.
Looking mighty buff today.
CJ running through Grove Street. Love it. I don't know, man. I can't get behind this game.
No.
It's just that's only because it's not for me. I'm not saying that it's not going to be massively successful. It's just that kind of game where everybody has the autonomy to do whatever they want, whenever they want, however they want. Not into that.
Let's start an alter ego motorcycle club.
Listen, I'm down.
Let's do it.
A real one? On a real motorcycle?
No.
Oh, okay.
In Grand Theft Auto 6.
I'm not playing a game.
Buddy, you can't ride a bicycle.
Nah, bro, but I get one of those 3-wheel motorcycles behind and lead the bike back the way. Yeah, those things.
Okay.
Or I get in your car. You would get a sidecar.
In the car, yeah, that wouldn't. Oh, yeah, that's what I would want to do.
Why not? That'd be so dope.
Have a sidecar,
buddy. All that weight on one side of the motorcycle. That's great.
Now you're being a hater. Look.
All right. So, GTA, I don't know, man. I'd have to see a lot more about this, and I'd have to get into one of those servers where people don't just screw around and do whatever they want, because that drives me insane.
Well, that's the PC crowd. You can only do that on PC, really.
Yeah, I mean, you can still do it on the console, but it is a lot of people just kind of mind your own business for the most part. Sometimes, you know what I mean. Really? Every now and again, you're sitting in front of a store, just sitting in your car, and then some motherfucker tries to steal it.
Tell that to the people in Red Dead 2.
Bring your shit back.
Hey, bro, put my shit back.
Hey, I know you didn't just take my shit.
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll have to see where that one goes. Nintendo, though, talking about developing a live action Zelda movie. If Link doesn't talk, this is the dumbest idea you've had.
That's why I honestly was not looking forward to it. He hasn't spoken a single word in his entire existence.
And why should he?
Character.
He shouldn't.
Why would you have that on screen?
Now, hold on. In Link's defense, for the longest time, Mario's vocabulary was like 5 words.
Mm-hmm.
He has spoken. He just not like you didn't hear it.
This
But
is
if you go
also
to like
live
Zelda, the
action
original
now.
Zelda, he talks to the shopkeeper.
If this was
No, he never
going
does.
to
He's
be
watching ...
yeah, if this was going to be like Mario was done, I'm
CGI.
all for it. CGI, yo, I'll be the first one in line to see this Zelda movie. But live action, no, I don't need to see some emo boy in tights going up and going hat.
What are you gonna do? They're just crushing lots of
Right.
random pots.
He
just
better
picking
walk
up, just
over. He
throwing
better
them,
have a whole montage of crushing pots.
You guys aren't
just
excited about this at all?
cutting
Not at
bushes
all.
A little
down,
bit?
random
Nope.
bushes, and like,
No.
oh, I found
Nope.
a ruby.
Nope.
I don't have faith in this being successful.
Yeah.
I
Not
hope it's John Leguizamo.
Oh my god!
I hope it's Danny DeVito as Link.
That might be great.
Oh my god!
Speaking of anime movies that were after video games that were done extraordinarily well, Super Mario Bros. Coming to Netflix. I've been watching it for weeks on Prime. But yeah, it's going to Netflix. If you want to watch it there, I highly recommend you do so.
It's one of my son's favorites now. He loves it.
It's a good
Loves it.
Good
It's a
He
movie.
great-
scream. So when they go through that scene where they're initially going through the piping,
Sure.
my son will scream out Luigi.
Oh, and a boy. That's good. I don't know. I love this movie. I'm all about it. I definitely am down to see more Super Mario. Zelda, not so much. But speaking of video games, the new Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3 has come out, and it has been review bombed. Oh wait, no, the wrong game was review bombed. They went to go review bomb Modern Warfare 3 and picked the wrong Modern Warfare.
The one
Yeah.
from 2011.
It's really confusing.
Guys, how at this point is Call of Duty still releasing a game?
I don't know why they're still releasing a single
it's
player
cool.
game.
Because it makes money. That's why, because it makes money.
And this one was apparently took half the time to produce that the
Yeah.
normal Call of Duties do.
And it's shocking that it's garbage.
And they're already pulling maps because of terrible spawn points. Let me tell you something. They should sell this game for $5.
They shouldn't sell it at all. But like, there's always been spawn problems
No.
in Modern Warfare multiplayer.
You're right, but I'm sorry. Stop telling us it's the brand new, amazing game. We fixed the bugs. We're coming back to bring you classic Modern Warfare, classic maps, and then give us garbage.
See,
Well,
this-
hold on. To branch off of what Nello just said, if they've always had spawn problems, fucking fix it.
Oh yeah, you're right. They should have already been fixed, but apparently it's
We've been having Call of Duties come out for multiplayer for 15 years, bro. If you can't fix the spawn issues, stop making games.
You know,
way longer than that, but yeah.
here's the thing.
Way
like,
longer, I think.
You know what Call of Duty needs to do is go talk to the boys at Halo and make maps
Yes.
that are that big. That way, there's
It's
no
not the
way to get spawn trapped.
See, it's not the same game though, because then
I
it's
know.
pretty much essentially Battlefield.
Okay,
What I
sign me
was
up for
going
that
to-
game.
What I was gonna say is
I
what
don't
Call
know.
of Duty should do is have the free tier that they have for Warzone. Keep that there. Then they need to have one half that's just like the Black Ops style, and then another half that's Modern Warfare style, and then just release all the maps, everything's for it, and then every year you just pay for new maps. That's it. Base game, leave it be.
You know, honestly,
With some
I
sort
think
of
that would be
upgrades
best
here
from
and
the
there.
fan standpoint. But you're
Essentially,
not
that's all
going to
it
see that
ever
from
is.
Activision.
Yeah, but essentially that's all it ever is a reskin, and everybody knows it, but everybody goes and buys it.
Everyone's calling Modern Warfare 3 a DLC for Modern Warfare 2.
because they're not wrong, right?
Yeah, no, it's exactly right. Yeah.
And that's kind of what I'm saying. You're getting to this point now where you've developed a game, especially Warzone, that is incredibly popular.
Mm-hmm.
That's all most people play now. And then you're trying to give them a small little base game to play this, and oh, we added zombies. But anybody that's playing nowadays is pretty much just playing Warzone. It's not the same where it used to be just, oh, let's go play multiplayer.
I
Let's
wouldn't
just
mind
play
a
this
good
is-
multiplayer. I
But
wouldn't
the
mind.
game is trash. The personalities in the lobby are trash. The spawns are trash, and everything else is the same. God, if it sounds like I'm selling this game too much, please stop me. Like every facet of a game that I find terrible is Call of Duty.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's one of those things. If you're in it, you are in it. It is. what
I
it
was
is.
in it. I was in Modern Warfare when it came out. I was fully in it.
See, I'm all
The
about
original
it.
Modern Warfare 2 multiplayer is one of the best multiplayer games
Ever.
I've ever played.
Bro. I'll give you that one.
Right?
That is
How long ago?
Oh, I never said like I'm
Sheesh.
talking.
No. I'm just saying how long ago.
Honestly, Modern Warfare, I was
Almost 2 decades ago.
Yeah.
about
Come on
15
now.
years.
15,
Come on.
16, 14 years ago.
Make it stop.
Yeah.
But if why make it stop if it's a cash cow? People keep buying it. It comes back to the argument: we're the dummies that keep buying.
No, we are not the dummies.
No, I'm talking about like,
there's nobody in this podcast that is a we.
I'm talking about the consumers. I'm talking about the consumers.
Well, that's why they keep doing it. Yeah, for sure. That's why they keep doing it. But this is the problem. Like I'm one of these people. This is the first Call of Duty that I have actually not bought because I knew it was going to be garbage. Every single year they got me. They got me with Modern Warfare 2. They got me with Modern Warfare 1. They got me with Black Ops 4. Every year they got me. And finally this year I was like, no, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it.
And then we'll wait and see the reviews, and the reviews are exactly what you thought.
The moment the reviews dropped, I was like, thank God I didn't drop $70 on a piece of garbage that I would have rather flushed down the toilet.
What's funny is I haven't bought a Modern Warfare in years.
I haven't bought one since
Now that I think about
Modern
it,
Warfare
the
1
only-
or World War One.
The only way I'll play
That's
it
a good
now
one, by the
is
way.
if someone buys it for me as a gift. So like during Christmas or something, my brother's like, "What do you want?" I was like, "Just give me Call of Duty." Like that's the only way I get it. I haven't gone out and bought an actual Call of Duty game because I refuse to give them my money until it changes. They can take somebody else's money. But I ain't
You
giving-
would have to pay me money to play this one.
Yeah. No interest. That's a rage-inducing monster.
Yeah.
Speaking of money, Epic Games still not profitable after 5 years. Is
That when I saw that headline, that was insane to me.
Is that because they're expanding and becoming bigger and waiting for it to catch up, or what is it?
I think it's because Epic Games only had one thing, and that thing has pretty much essentially died.
What's that?
Fortnite.
No, I'm going to disagree with you there.
I don't
Fortnite is
understand.
still
I don't understand how
alive and
Fortnite.
popping.
How do you?
What other Epic titles are there that you would pay for?
Rocket League.
And well, no, because Rocket League was never a buy title ever, was it?
No, neither was Fortnite or Fall Guys.
Well, so you and I have played Rocket League extensively. How many dollars have we spent on Rocket League?
Oh, I don't know. Not a lot.
But that's also not an Epic game.
Yeah, not
Yes,
a
it
lot.
is.
It is an Epic game.
No, it's
Yeah,
not.
it's an Epic game.
It's not
Yeah, it
both
is.
Epic.
Yeah, it is.
Which one?
He got mad. Yes, it is. No, okay. No, it's not, dude.
I know for a fact that it's not. Rocket League was actually designed by two different other guys. And
Right.
I mean, I'm sorry.
who owns it
you're
now?
Wrong.
That's what I'm saying. They may have been bought in it.
Well,
Yeah.
it's on the Epic Store. Like
Yeah.
it's a part of the
Yeah.
Epic Store. That's why Fortnite had Rocket League cars in the game.
Yeah, but Fortnite wasn't actually free at first. Fortnite was an actual
Right. When it was
Data
being
flow.
developed, it was meant to be paid for. You're right.
I mean, so Death Stranding wasn't good enough to make any money. Fall Guys wasn't good enough to make any money.
I love Fall Guys, but I would have never spent a dime on it.
Wasn't good enough to make any money.
Yeah.
And Alan Wake wasn't good enough to make any money.
Alan
I
Wake.
don't know about
Yeah,
that.
yeah. I don't know. I don't have any interest in it. I don't know. I don't. Free games, man. The model was supposed to be revolutionary, so they started doing that all over the place. But for them to still have not made a profit, I don't know.
Yeah, Psyonix. That's who started Rocket League.
But it's owned by
Still Psyonix, it looks like.
Epic Games.
I mean, I'm on the Epic Games wiki. It says Rocket League, bro.
DC Blue Beetle coming to Max, HBO Max, for those of you who don't care about branding, on November 17th. I will watch that on November 17th.
I canceled my Max subscription.
I also did that
100%
as well because it's a
We'll watch
waste of.
I don't care about the DC movies, dude. I'm sorry. I don't.
I care about South Park and all of their seasons.
Because
Sure, and that's I can respect that.
Yeah. Superman Legacy releasing as scheduled. Apparently that was a thing with everybody else moving it back. I think James Gunn had a little foresight to see that there were going to be these problems and set realistic release dates for his movies.
Yeah, that's a good call by him.
Yeah.
People are going to be starving for something to watch. So that's actually a really good call.
Yeah. I'm interested to see where they go. And we got a little bit about the release schedule for Marvel coming up soon too. But in movies and TV, I don't know how this is movies or TV, but I put it here. The Rock has been approached for running for political office. I would vote for a missing child milk carton before I voted for The Rock.
So you'd vote for Joe Biden before you?
I would vote for getting pushed over whilst in a urinal.
I would vote for Nello before I voted for The Rock.
Let's go.
I have no idea, and I don't want to get political with it, but The Rock for what?
So he floated the idea of running for president, and I'm almost positive he did it sarcastically. Like there wasn't any kind of serious tone when he said his comments about running for president. And then sure as shit, there were people there like, hey, do you really want to run for president? Like, are you serious?
I'm telling you, go watch the movie Idiocracy, and you will see that there were some prophets writing that movie. President Camacho Mountain Dew was about to be president.
Wait a minute, what?
Have you never seen that movie?
I guess I haven't. I've never heard of Camacho Mountain Dew till now.
Idiocracy. The president's name was President Camacho Mountain Dew.
Yeah.
They're all wearing Crocs. I know that much.
No, but it was Terry Crews, and he was a pro wrestler. That's how he got voted president. Go watch the movie, guys. It's going to scare you half to death.
It's got to be a bullshit. I mean, I'm sorry, a BS headline. There's no way this is real. I'm sorry, I can't believe it.
I 100% believe that people have approached him, whether or not he's serious about it.
You can't draw people.
So there's a serious element to approaching The Rock about running for political office because he is a dollar machine.
Yeah,
he will make money, and the people who approached him probably only care about making money. Mm-hmm. They don't give a shit about who their candidate is.
Go to the country.
Like, yeah, give us millions. Fuck that guy. Give us millions.
Mm-hmm.
So that's exactly why he was approached to run for president. It makes sense.
Yeah.
You know what we should do? We should set The Rock up. Just tell him it's one long Terramana commercial. Run through a whole presidential campaign.
Oh my God.
Just tell him to run on Black Adam's campaign. That's it.
Oh, wow.
Just hey, you dress up as Black Adam the entire time. All right, cool. I'll do it.
There's a John Wick anime in the works as well. Ryan, you're our resident John Wick fan.
Yeah, don't need it.
Yeah. Oh, I love to hear it.
Are you getting John Wick fatigue?
I really do.
Yes.
I mean, in a way, yeah. Someone just let the story be what it is and let it go.
Let it go.
Like it's kind of over now.
Next summer, John Wick fights an actual plane.
Dude, so I'm gonna be honest with you. I love John Wick.
Yeah.
I love Keanu. I love John Wick. They should have ended after 2.
I agree. Should have been done there.
They should have ended after John Wick 2. That was it. We don't need any of the shit.
In the max.
I don't mind watching a movie once every 2 years, but this whole spin-off show and now the anime, now this other show, I don't really need all the rest of that crap.
Well, so the story too, it's not just an anime. There's another spin-off. There was the hotel spin-off.
Right.
I can't remember the name of it.
Didn't do well.
So there's another spin-off with the anime.
Here's the thing. They're taking Keanu, which is the biggest draw.
They're not even taking
the
him.
Biggest part of this whole story. And they're taking him out of it and saying, look, it's still John Wick. And they go, it's not Keanu. We don't care.
Yeah, that's kind of how I feel too.
Yeah, 100%.
But even if it was him, I don't need the anime, man.
I'm with you.
Ryan's 100% right. He's 100% right.
Like, I'm looking forward to it, but I can't wait to see what they do with the other assassins. Like, John Wick's story's done. You can still call it John Wick if you need to.
John Wick universe.
There, but I want to see what happens.
Why can't we get to a point where we come up with new shit? I don't get it. We went the 70s, 80s, 90s, 2000s, where it was nothing but new shit with the occasional spinoff.
Yeah.
Now it's like everything gets a spinoff. Everything gets a sequel. Why?
Because people aren't funding movies anymore.
Because originality, like, didn't Jack?
Not to mention-
not to beat up the horse, but you brought it up, right? Matt Damon said it. Originality doesn't get paid anymore. You're not
Right.
making DVDs. Everything's going straight to streaming and streaming services. You don't make that much money off, I guess. I don't know.
What they're doing is they're throwing recycled stuff. It goes to any time you look at any streaming or any social media or anything like this, where it goes, you liked this, so here's this. More of what you liked. You're not broadening your horizons. You're not looking for anything new. Here's the carbon copy with a smaller budget of that movie that you liked with an actor who's not as big as the one that you liked, but you still know who he is.
Yeah.
Although, may I say, I know we talk about superhero movies, but I am kind of curious as to what the new Joaquin Phoenix movie as him as a Napoleon will look
Joaquin Phoenix?
Yeah.
That's not a new movie.
very
That's not a new movie, by the way.
Whatever. It's coming out again. I don't know.
Well, no, it's just the director's cut is all it is.
That's great.
Wait, this movie's already been out?
Yeah, the Napoleon's been out for a while. They just released the director's cut, which is 4 hours long.
Stop it. That
So
can't be
basically,
true.
it's probably
Yes. No, it's 100% true. Yeah, Napoleon's been out for a while.
I
didn't know.
And then they just reran it.
Yeah, so it's an Apple movie.
It's like what is it?
Hold
bringing
on.
back
This
the
says
Hunger Games?
Napoleon 2023 war/drama. What are you talking about?
Yeah, I don't know what he's talking about.
It's
This
a
hasn't come out
Ridley
yet.
Scott remake for Apple
Yes.
TV. This budget was 130 to 200 million.
So Napoleon came out already. They just re-released the director's cut of it, which is 4 hours long.
Okay, I'm going to IMDb right now.
So
Hold
like-
on.
So they like Snyder's cutted it basically. Like it
Yeah,
wasn't.
Yeah.
Let's try it again with all these other things.
Napoleon. Action, adventure, biography, 2023. This is not saying anything about director's cut.
Runtime 2 hours, 38 minutes. Released. Hold on. November.
You know what? I might be wrong. I might be wrong.
I was like, what
Get
are
that
you
crow,
talking
boy!
about? What are you talking about? What did you think it was?
I don't know. I was like, what the fuck?
There was a story where Ridley Scott was talking about Napoleon not being historically accurate, and he was telling people to get a life.
Oh, well, what does that have to do with it being a remake?
I could have swore there was a director's cut that. You know what? Never mind. I'll just.
So confidently, too.
No, bro,
I did. I'm wrong. I'm 100% wrong. I'll go fuck myself. I'll be right back.
Man, I can't believe that this is over because it looks like it's such new production. And Joaquin Phoenix, I don't see him being a part of that and having such a major theatrical release for a remake. It didn't make sense.
It was so.
Yes. You guys are right. You guys are right. I apologize. That's my bad. I apologize to all three of you, even Ryan.
You should. As Stranger Things 5 is going to film this week. So now that you knew that and you brought this nonsense. And,
Shit.
Stranger Things 5.
No.
I could care less about Stranger
I'm
Things.
with
I'm
ya.
sorry. I
I
could
don't-
give it.
Yeah, no, I didn't care about season 4.
And this is going to come out next
Agreed.
year, next Halloween, right?
I'm kind of
No,
over
that's
it.
season 6. No, it's an extended version of season 6, bro.
I need to throw out the red flag because I
The
can
remake?
swear, bro, you guys were all in love with Stranger Things.
I was.
I
until
was.
this season.
I don't know about you, but I remember sitting here when I had to watch this shit
Yeah.
and had it force fed to me,
Uh-huh.
and y'all were all hyped about it. I was like, it's trash. But
Hey, that was before I was added to the cast because I was not a big fan of season 4.
it's not trash, but like it's
See-
nothing special. Like if I didn't have to watch it for this podcast, I wouldn't have watched it.
Season 1 and 2
I
was
made
good.
it all the way through, however long I did without watching it. As my wife watched it, and I'm like, okay, season 3. Oh, I have to watch this now. Okay. Now I can't wait for it to be over.
Yeah. That's interesting. I can't believe that they made you watch that, man. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it was terrible.
It's really bad. I feel bad for you.
You should choose something that make us watch
I
something.
really
for what.
should one time.
You
Just something
should.
horrible.
Yeah,
Next
he'll
week,
say something
next
like,
week.
He'll say something like, watch One Piece. It's like 23 seasons of an anime.
But don't go
1,000
crazy.
episodes.
Don't go crazy. But like,
Do it.
even if you choose one episode, pick something. We'll watch it. We're always
Right.
telling you to watch something. You tell us to watch something and see who watches
Golden
it.
Girls.
Oh my god!
I'll do it. Let me think.
Next
on it.
week? No, next week.
Let me think on it.
You
But
know
if
what-
it's no
you know
good,
what-
I ain't watching.
You know
that
what
shit.
you're going to get?
What's that?
I ain't watching that shit.
Yeah, nope.
Not mad at you.
All right. let's take a quick break because Marvel's going to be a bit meaty today. We got a lot of things to talk about, a lot of speculation to be had. So we're going to take a quick break and we'll be right back. All right. So we are back. One of these stories that we had here, Jeremy Allen White says he blew a Marvel-y audition. Rhino, what you got on that one?
It was never confirmed whether it was an actual MCU movie or not, or just like a comic book character movie. But he also plays Pip in Shameless.
Sure.
But it sounds like he went, and Nello and I were talking about this. He went into that audition thinking he was bigger than what he actually was. It's like, okay, like you're a decent actor, you're a good actor, but you're not the biggest household name. Why are you going into something like that saying, hey, why should I be in your movie? It's like, you should be telling them why you should be in that movie.
How cocky are you to be like, it's not what Marvel can, what I can do for Marvel. It's what can do Marvel for me. It's like, what the hell?
I'm inclined to agree with you on that one. He is I'm sorry. I haven't seen too much Shameless. I've seen a couple episodes of The Bear. You are nowhere in any position to say to any studio, why should I be in your movie? Unless this is a couple of college kids who are, finishing up their degree and doing a movie that they really would love to have their favorite actor.
I mean, that's something like RDJ could say to any studio he wanted. It's like, why should I be in your movie? All right, yeah, you're RDJ. Let us pitch this movie to you. Right. No, you're Pip from Shameless, who maybe 6 million people have seen on TV.
ScarJo, Samuel.
A lot of
Samuel
people have
Jackson.
seen him. I mean, he's even got that Stella commercial where Ludacris calls him up to ask him, who he
He's a great actor. I'm not taking that away from him. He's a great actor.
He is a good actor.
He's not S tier. Like, no. He's not one of those guys that, like, if he was at a football game, they're gonna pan to him and be like, oh, look, he's here.
Yeah. Unless it's on the network that his show is on. But I don't really care about that. Deadpool 3. Only movie releasing for Marvel in 2024. I'm going to round table this. What we think about this, the fact that Deadpool 3 is the only movie coming out for Marvel Cinematic Universe in 2024. Nello, what you got?
I'm totally okay with it. I need a break, and if this movie is good enough, which we hope to God it is, it'll just give me hype for what's coming next.
Right?
Oh man, I could have swore that Blade was supposed to come out in 2020.
I guess you're right, man. I guess you're right.
I'm all right with it. I mean, actually, no, I'm not really all right with it. Now that I think about it, to me, I think they need to pick up their pacing in some aspects.
No,
but I mean, you think about it. When was the last time we got a good movie from them?
But that's the point.
Hold on. No, I understand. When was the last time we got a good movie?
Guardians.
If that was me, I would try to at least put something out that, I mean, Deadpool could be huge, could flop. I mean,
it very well could.
That's
may I take over from here?
When he's done, yeah.
Yeah, and then but I just lost my train of thought with that. You got me. But I mean,
go ahead, bro.
Yeah, there you go. I'll let you take it.
So there's a reason why this is actually a really good thing, because everyone has been talking about the Marvel fatigue over the last 3 years, right? Like, everyone has Marvel fatigue, too many shows, too many movies. If there was one movie that you could pick out of the lineup that's coming out in the next 3 years to be the only movie to come out in a calendar year, it would be Deadpool, because we've all talked about the speculated storyline that's going to be for Deadpool 3, and that's, he kills the Fox universe, right? He also sets up Secret Wars. He's probably going to be a part of Kang Dynasty. So if everyone has this so-called Marvel fatigue, then give them a break from Marvel movies, Marvel productions. Give them the biggest, arguably biggest character in all of Marvel, not just MCU, but all of Marvel.
I agree.
Hope it hits, which it should. And then you reset the fan base to, all right, cool, that was a good movie. It's been a year. I'm excited about this upcoming movie in February of 2025.
Yes, my other issue I was going to say, here we go, with it is, one, Deadpool's rated R as well.
Yep.
So you're going to kill a lot of people in the MCU who are the kids and whatnot who can't go see it. I mean, me and you, yeah, we're adults though. But if it's like in the same vein as that first Deadpool movie, you're not going to let your kids go see that.
This
You know what I
ain't
mean?
Trolls 2 Electric Boogaloo. This is Deadpool.
Well, exactly.
And I'm going to go ahead and say that I agree with you and I disagree with you, because whilst the kids probably won't go out in droves to see this one, the adults and the people who have been keeping Marvel afloat for so many years will. This is that guy. This is that Avengers level movie that people are going to go out and see.
For me, it's not though. Like, even if you have him and he's setting everything up and you give me one movie, now I have to wait years again and watch a bunch of other stuff to have
Maybe
everything
not.
else set up.
Maybe not, because to Rhino's point, there has been the Marvel fatigue, and the overproduction and the lack of oversight from Feige has been a damning thing for them to not be able to get as much good quality movie out that they should. So they're taking their time and they're starting with this guy. Now, I say Avengers level because think of the cast. They're talking about Wolverine, the original X-Men. They're talking about Fantastic Four. They're talking about Daredevil and Elektra. Not that they're all going to have a big impact on this movie and be that, but
they'll be
all of these stars and all these people is why everyone will come out to see what their favorite merc with a mouth is going to do, and they want him to be himself. They don't want him to come out and go, oh, hey guys, let's go to the multiverse. Oh, they want him to go out and kill people, shoot them in the face, and they want him to get rid of some of the characters that they never wanted to see. And I think this is going to deliver on that. Now, Hugh Jackman has been the biggest draw for the X-Men. Am I wrong?
No. Not even a little bit. Not even a little bit.
Hugh Jackman has been the number one draw to this character, and he said, I did Logan. I'm done with it. I want nothing to do with it after this. I am out. And Deadpool and Ryan Reynolds came to him and said, hey, here's the idea for this movie. And he's like, oh shit, I'm in. So for somebody who is completely writing off the MCU to come back, I think this is a great movie to set things off. Now, while it's the only movie, I don't think it's the only show or the only product that Marvel's putting out. So we'll probably still get a little bit more content, but it's interesting.
Echo's coming out in January.
Let me ask you a question, Ryan. What was the best part of the MCU 8-9 years ago? You know, when we had the original Iron Man and the original Thor, original Captain America.
I said it, and I'll say it 1,000 times again. Spider-Man for me was the best part.
No. The best part about those movies was the fact that in any given calendar year, you had your May release and you had your November release, and that was it. That was it for the whole year for the MCU. And the reason why it made that product so much better, because you had to wait 6, 7, 8 months to get that product.
And you were
going online. Yeah, you were super excited. You were going online. You were looking for the trailer. You were looking for spoiler leaks. You had that anticipation for that product to come out. Yeah. And I think if there was one product the MCU has right now that could rebuild that anticipation, it's Deadpool.
Yeah, I mean, to each their own. Everybody has their, their opinion. That's you. Me, I personally didn't like waiting twice a year. I'd rather have multiple movies if you could do it 3. I don't care.
Hey, listen, everybody in this room would love that. Yeah. But if the production is going down, I'd rather sacrifice my wait time for a good movie.
Agreed. I would do that, but I was also going to say too, in that same vein, 8-9 years ago, everything was tying together, and you saw a picture, you saw what was happening, what was coming. Right now, we don't have that. We just have a bunch of empty space,
which is why we need to stop and reel it in together and let Deadpool do its thing.
So of those schedules, that's the only one coming out in 2025. We have Brave New World coming out in February. We have a November release date for Blade, although who knows? Sure. I'm not doubling up on that bet.
3 years in
and we also have Fantastic Four slated to come out in 2025 with no real announcement of who that cast is going to be. The most recent reveal being potentially Jake Gyllenhaal playing Mr. Fantastic, which a lot of people apparently didn't like in our group chat. I think it's a great idea.
I'm all about it.
Yeah.
Right. Well, hey, Chris Evans was Johnny Storm and Captain America.
I'm okay with that.
So I don't know. I think that's going to be interesting. 2025 is going to be that year. It's going to be crazy for releases.
I just hope they get their writing and all their storylines in order so that we don't have, like you just said, where like the whole fourth phase or whatever phase we're in is just like a jumbled. Let's throw things at the board and hope that it comes together.
Agreed.
what
Agreed
about-
for sure.
The Marvels that just released? It's got the worst opening in Marvel history. However, the reviews out about this movie from the crowd and the critics are overwhelmingly good.
But I
So
feel like
I think there's a reason for the movies not having the biggest draw that they used to have, and that's the fact that shit is expensive.
Yeah.
I took my daughter to see, oh my god, what was I took her to see not the Eternals. What was the one after the Eternals? Was it
Tooth Fairy,
Spider-Man?
The Rock?
Spider-Man.
Anyways, there was a Marvel movie that we went and saw. Oh, Guardians. We went and saw Guardians. And with 2 tickets and a couple drinks and a couple snacks, I spent over $70.
Yep. That's what I had been saying before the whole time when we were talking about COVID and how it affected the movies. And I was like, bro, I would much rather pay you $30-$40 and not leave my house.
Mhm.
Yeah, 100%, dude. Like $70 to go see a movie? No.
Even
I'd buy
like a
every new
matinee during the
release
day,
if it
it's
was
still $40-$50. Like when
Yeah.
the wife go see it, I'm like, we really have to love this movie
Mhm.
in order to go see it. Like I've seen every Fast and the Furious movie in theaters up until like I think 9 or something like that. Done. Won't go see it. Didn't even go see John Wick right away. Like I normally see it. Because I'm like, bro, that's a $70 ticket right there.
Yeah.
Like, and it's just
Yeah.
it's a lot. So I can understand why the opening is, especially when it's going to be on Disney Plus in what, a few months. Give it time.
Yeah.
I agree.
I'm with you.
If Disney Plus gave me an option, like, hey, do you want to watch the Marvels today? Here's, like they did with Black Widow during COVID.
Honestly,
$30, done. Click. I'm done.
Yeah,
Oh, 100% I'm doing that.
We would do
100% I'm
that.
doing that.
Problem is with the actors strike, then you lose your metrics of who went to see the movie, how many people have paid to see it, and that affects how the actors get paid, how the studio gets paid. That's why they're not going to do that. But I agree with you. I personally, from a consumer standpoint, would love that. But then you're going to get these big actors going, well, they were watching on Disney Plus, but 10 people were in there. That's 10 tickets. That should have been this. I should have been paid this. It's just not going to work.
Isn't that why ScarJo is suing?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, that's exactly why she's
And
suing.
she
Yeah, because
won.
her movie came out on.
And
Yeah.
she won.
But they screwed her over kind of intentionally though. They tried to wrap around on that. But like
Right. And then everybody in that entire MCU gang that has been their Marvel royalty stepped up and said, no, sorry, you're not doing that to her. And Disney was like, what? No, of course we weren't. What do you mean?
yeah,
But-
But at the time of COVID, people weren't allowed to
I
go
was
to
just
movie
fooling.
theaters.
Yeah.
Or people were afraid to. It's either make no money on this movie or make some.
Well, no, that's not the point though. They should have paid her what she was due. Is the point of it? It doesn't matter whether it was in theaters or on Disney Plus. They owed her money and they should have paid it.
We're talking about a character who was brought to life by an actress from Iron Man 2 all the way
The
to
OG.
Saga. She is as OG as Thor, Captain America, any of them.
100%. 100%.
Okay. Last thing I want to talk about today. I know we're a little early. Loki. It's the elephant in the room.
No.
Ooh.
I know not
Come
everybody
on.
has had a chance to see all the way through.
Are we doing
So
spoiler free?
is it finished even?
let's do
It's
spoiler free.
finished.
Let's do spoiler
Yeah,
free.
it's finished.
I know we said we're going to spoil it, but this week we've got too many people who maybe haven't seen it. So we'll hold off on the spoilers until next week. I will just give you my unbridled opinion about it, having watched all of the Marvel content so far, except for the X-Men movie where they were fighting aliens. This is the best Marvel series they've ever put out, and collectively this series is better than 80% of their movies.
1000% agreed. 1000% agreed. I wanted this to be the best series that they had put out before it came out. I mean, we talked about this at length, how we needed this series to hit, to quotation figures, save Marvel.
Yeah.
Which I think that it's going to save Marvel. But you're 100% right. This is the greatest Marvel series we've ever seen. I would put this in my top 5 MCU production ever. Period.
Yeah.
I'm only on episode 4.
The depth that this show has gone to, the details, the start to finish that they've done with Loki. And here's the thing that Loki has done better than any of these other shows. They've taken characters that you don't necessarily care about and made them people that you can't wait to see what happens next with them.
Yeah.
Case in point, Owen Wilson's character as Mobius. I wanted week in and week out to see what was going to happen with Mobius when the show was damn called Loki. And every single character on there, you guys know I do this. I find characters in shows that I don't like and I crucify them because I can't stand the performance. But every performance in this show has been perfect. It's been exactly what they needed to be.
Yeah.
I have a question. Can I get at least one spoiler?
Sure.
Because, like you said, my boy Mobius, does he ever get his jet ski?
Whoa.
That's too much of a spoiler. Too much of a spoiler.
Too big.
No, man, don't do that because like their interactions, and to go back to what you were talking about as character development, it's amazing. But the writers, they do so good at captivating you, trying to get that whole story. Like when, oh man, I'm only on episode 4, and I'm just like everything.
But there's
every
some things
character
that have happened in the last 2 episodes that I was like, okay.
I'm excited because I'm going home and watching
I was
that shit
never ready for what they were about to do. And you know what? It's like a lot of people had vague guesses of where this season was going, and I didn't see a single one that got it 100% right. And of all of them, I mean, the outcome that we got was so much better.
Listen, the biggest thing about the series that stuck out to me personally, and you guys may agree or you may not, the biggest thing that stuck out about this series personally was the development that we got from Loki. Because you gotta keep in mind, this was not the same Loki that we got in Infinity War. It was not that Loki. It was a Loki that was at the end of the original Avengers. So we got double the character development with Loki. I have never in my life seen a movie franchise take a character that I hated so much at the beginning and loved so much at the end, the way that Marvel has done Loki.
Oh, you mean throughout the whole movies?
Well, throughout his entire appearance, I have never gone from
his 14 years as a 10
yeah,
years.
his 14 years. I've never gone from hating somebody so much to loving him more than any character. That's why, in my opinion, Loki is the greatest character that the MCU has ever produced.
Okay,
better than RDJ's Tony Stark.
Not greatest, but definitely top 5. I'll give you that. The greatest.
Now that boils down to people's opinions.
True.
And what they think. Me personally, I like Iron Man a lot, but I am also definitely looking at the body of work that Loki has put in over 14 years. Yeah. Loki has been in just as many movies as RDJ. He has had arguably more plot furthering than RDJ has in the MCU as a whole. He's shown up in almost everything. I mean, this has definitely been, if this is the jump off point for what the MCU is trying to go with, all right, guys, you got me. We wanted Loki to set it off for the MCU and save it. If you're asking me if Loki has saved it, yeah, I think so.
Done deal.
100%. So far, so good. I haven't seen the last 2 episodes, but like I said, the character development of just amongst themselves.
Guys, I just want to ask the fans out there who are listening to the show, what do you think Nello's going to do after this show? You think he's going to go watch episode 5 and 6?
I'm definitely going to go watch episode 5 and 6. I told you this. I'm like, I wish my couch.
You've been saying it.
My couches, man. If the couches would have came out on time, I would have finished.
Let me ask you guys this question because we just got done talking about it. So I posted this poll question on the Alter Ego socials.
Okay.
So I asked, who is the greatest character that the MCU has produced? And my options were RDJ, Tony Stark, Chris Evans, Captain America, Tom Hiddleston, Loki, and then Chris Hemsworth, Thor. Or if there's somebody else, go ahead and throw it in. But Jack, what is your opinion on that?
Of those 4,
or anyone, just who in your opinion, who is the greatest MCU character in your opinion?
Greatest. Thanos.
Okay.
Yeah.
I would
Ryan.
Sorry,
Nello.
That's all good. I don't care.
I'd have to either go Spider-Man.
Yeah, that was another one for me. So you were talking about Tom Holland Spider-Man?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tom Holland Spider-Man. And just because I love the Hulk, I like Mark Ruffalo, but not even still, like, he's still not great in that. But also, too, yeah, Thanos was awesome, too.
Nello, who you got?
You can't. I think it's RDJ, Captain America, then then the Brolin, and then Hiddleston.
Then Brolin?
Yeah, I think
You mean
Thanos is number
Thanos?
3. Absolutely. That whole Endgame, that whole series, that whole phase 1 and 2. I mean, come
And
on.
also, I would say my boy T'Challa.
3,
I'll throw
whatever.
him in there for real. It just sucks that he
Yeah,
didn't get this
rip
chance.
T'Challa.
Rip, but like the best 2 have to be Captain America and
I'm going to
Iron
disagree.
Man.
I think of those two, I think Loki is definitely
better than those 2. The OG.
I just think, and this was my personal opinion. This is the reason why. This is the reason why Loki was even an option in that poll question, because we have not gotten such a wide range out of a character in all of Marvel the way we have Loki. I mean, yeah, Thanos was phenomenal. He's the greatest villain that we've ever had, but he was a villain. And that's all we got. We only got him on screen the majority of the time in the final 2 Avengers movies. Other than that, it was 5-6 minutes in each movie.
But you can't have heroes without a supervillain like
See,
Thanos.
and to me, yeah, I think that's what proves it a little better. He's not a villain.
Loki was a villain, though. He was the villain in the first Avengers movie.
And Loki was a villain.
He even admits it.
Yeah.
He even admits it. He's like, yeah, I held the whole New York hostage just because I wanted to be the boss.
Yeah, but I'm saying Thanos, not necessarily a villain.
Oh, I agree.
That's what I'm saying.
I agree 100%. Yeah.
He just.
All right. So next week, are we? The gloves are off. Next week, we're spoiling.
Yes.
No, it's up to him.
I'm gonna have to go home on a Saturday.
Atta boy.
Some glass to watch Loki.
Let's do it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that has been episode 161 of the Alter Ego podcast. Thank you so much for tuning in. We will see you next week with our spoilerific versions of Loki. Hope you enjoy it.
Ciao.